Hey guys, it's 101R Smith, and we are back with the first new kit of 2020, the Jupitive Gundam from Gundam Build Divers ReRise. Now, I gotta say, I'm pretty hyped for this review because, first, brand new kit of the year. Who can't get excited about that? And secondly, Build Divers ReRise has really won me over after Build Divers completely turned me off last year. The mobile suit designs were very inspiring. It's back to on par with Gundam Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try, and the Jupitive Gundam was definitely the kit. When I saw it, I had to get it because when I first saw it, I thought Transient Gundam had sex with GPO-1. I want it. It looks so sleek, cold, and fast, and this is definitely a kit I had to pick up when this first came out. Got it day of, and I'm pretty excited for it. I'm happy with the ReRise series. I took some of your suggestions and decided to start watching the anime. I'm not quite up to the last few episodes, but it's actually pretty good. I'd say definitely better than Build Divers and on par with Build Fighters Try. Doesn't have the hype moments, but still has those character moments that I love from the original Build Fighters. And this is a very unique kit because it's almost like a kit within a kit, especially with the Korg Gundam gimmick. So why don't we open up and see what we have here. I'm going to start off kind of differently here, and we're going to first look at the Korg Gundam. And I gotta say, this little guy is pretty impressive on his own right. It's kind of like a stickman figure. I get Ronin Warrior vibes from this gimmick. It's just this little Gundam who can move, has a decent amount of articulation on his own right, and on his own could be its own kit. It would be kind of cool if Bandai decided to release a Korg Gundam. It's got a nifty amount of accessories and articulation. It comes with its own beam rifle, shield, and it comes with the beam sabers with the 00 type of effect. This guy really rocks, and I really like that about him. Thankfully, this kit also includes an included action stand, so you can get some poses in the mid-sky. And he just looks so awesome with his little body and his big old head. But now he has to come with this other accessory, his tag team partner, the Jupitive armor set. This thing looks rocking. It gives me 00 Riser vibes. Strong, pale, powerful, it can defend itself. And it almost makes for a really cool Wave Rider mode if you think about it. I don't know who was the one that decided to come up with this gimmick, but give that man a promotion. This thing is cool. But just like with any other kit, it has to combine with the other two. And I like to do it with the whole Korg Gundam standing on top of it. It looks pretty cool, like almost like a Infinite Justice riding against the battlefield and shooting things down. But of course, that's not what we're here for. We're here to see the Jupitive Gundam. So guys, it's time.
It's Morphin' time! White Ranger power!
All built up, and now we have the Jupitive Gundam. And if we're going on looks alone, I gotta say it's a one-for-one recreate of everything that I've seen off the anime. This thing looks like a perfect representation of the Jupitive Gundam. And the mix of the cold white with the dark navy blue and little hints of clear pieces on the chest really help to bring out the almost alien-like feel of this mobile suit. It looks really great, and I will have to say that the fact that this has absolutely no stickers outside of cameras is pretty much more than what you can ask for in a standard high-grade kit. This thing looks amazing, and I'm happy to have it as part of my collection just if we're going on looks alone. It's literally a Transient Gundam made a baby with GPO-1. It's perfect. But while it looks great, why don't we take a look at some of its articulation and see if those meshes the world work. As we start, let's go with the head. The head has a double jointed neck joint due to the polycap and can go 360 degrees. Just be mindful of the collar. The arm can go out perpendicular to the body, and both the arm and shoulder can go 360 degrees, no problem. Going to get a double jointed elbow. The waist unfortunately has no articulation, which is a bit of a bummer, but I guess it's understandable. But you're going to get a nice split of the legs right here, which looks pretty badass. Going to get a nice double jointed knee that looks a little bit awkward. And you're going to get a lot of this ankle movement, which pretty much works. Just like with any model kit, the Jupitive Gundam comes with a few accessories, and each one really adds to its arsenal very well and complements each other. First off, you're going to get the Korg Gundam's beam rifle, and you're also going to get this extension piece, which makes it a beam cannon, and it looks pretty well put together, especially when you slap them too. It's an easy connection, and it works pretty nicely. The arm of the Jupitive Gundam can hold it up pretty well, but I will say there is a little bit of weight issues that will initially tack on after a while. It can hold it up with one arm, but it will start to droop down. Gravity will not be your friend. That's why in this case, you can get a really nice strike pose. Again, gravity might start to tilt it down a bit, but seriously, that pose looks great with the Jupitive Gundam. It just looks nice and it complements the way that it looks. Next up, we have the containment bits, which are attached to the backpack, and it has this cool little feature here where you can add beam effect parts, almost act like double knuckles. Reminds me very much of the Crossbone Gundam, and it's almost like an added boxing glove that you would get from the Gundam Maxter as well. You can also use them with beam saber effects with these more thicker blend, and they work really nicely. I'm loving the fact that they're adding more characteristically enhanced beam effect parts. And then speaking of beam effect parts, one little more bit of this is that you're going to get this nice cool effect to where it almost acts like a beam shield. Think of the GN bits from 00. The Jupitive Gundam can also use them on its backpack, which technically is not how it works in canon, but definitely adds a flare of interest whenever you're posing in the sky. These are possibly some of my favorite effect parts that I've ever seen on a Gundam model kit. Wrapping up here with the Jupitive, and again, I'm kind of singing my praises like the Justice Knight again. This kit is fucking awesome. It's a high grade. It has the Korg Gundam gimmick, which is essentially a minuscule Gundam in and of itself. And then the armor kind of forms the Gundam, and it just works really well together. I have very few complaints about this kit at all, from the effect part to the posability, despite the fact that this is an armor set. It works great. My one little nitpick: no dynamic hands. What's been going on with Bandai and dynamic hands lately? They were doing it for Build Fighters try, but it just seems they don't really want to do dynamic hands, because I really think there are a lot of people out there that would really benefit from having dynamic hands. It would give them more variety in terms of posing. That is just my one little nitpick. This thing is amazing. It's a good kit and a great starter for 2020. If we're getting kits like this in high grade, I can imagine what we'll see in real grade, master grade, maybe even a perfect grade RX-78 version 2.0. I have no idea what to expect this year. I really do hope that Bandai really brings their A game this year, and it seems like they're taking a lot of good steps. Granted, this is using a blueprint from a 2019 kit, but hey, we gotta make ends meet here. We really can't complain about what we're getting. The Jupitive Gundam is awesome, and I highly suggest that anyone go get this. Comment, rate, subscribe if you can, or if you even want to go beyond the Call of Duty, just add on to Patreon. You can donate as little as $1 a month. Every little bit helps on the channel and helps me to keep bringing great content on a weekly basis. It's 1 Hour Smith, and I will see you later. Peace.